Finding YAML a difficult proposition in Ansible? Not really. I'll guide you to become a master in playbook writing in no time. Hey guys, Chanchal Bose here with yet another session on Ansible. Before starting, I assume you already have set up for practicing lab. If not, refer to my YouTube video here about how to set up a practice lab for learning Ansible. Playbooks are expressed in YAML format and have a minimum syntax. It intentionally tries to be not to be a programming language or script, but rather a model of configuration or a process. We use YAML because it's easier for humans to read and write than other common data formats like XML or JSON. For Ansible, nearly every YAML file starts with a list. Each item in the list is a list of key value pairs, commonly called hash or dictionary. So we need to know how to write lists and dictionaries in YAML. All members of a list are lines beginning at the same indentation level, starting with a dash and a space. Here is an example of list of tasty fruits. There is another small quirk in YAML. All YAML files, regardless of their association with Ansible or not, can optionally begin with 3 dashes and end with 3 full stops. This is part of the YAML format and indicates that the start and end of a document. A dictionary is represented in a simple key value form. The colon must be followed by a space. Here is an example, an employee record. Martin is a list, then the key value pairs name, job, and skill. More complicated data structures are possible, such as lists of dictionaries whose values are lists or a mix of both. Here is an example. Martin itself is a list, but that list contains additional dictionaries, and within that dictionary, skill is again a list. If you find list and dictionary difficult to understand, don't worry. Just follow the indentation discipline as spelled out here. Concepts will slowly dawn on you. Believe me. In YAML, values can span multiple lines using a pipe or a greater than sign. Spanning multiple lines using a pipe will include the new lines and any trailing spaces. Here is an example. Using greater than will fold new lines to spaces. It is used to make what would otherwise be a very long line easier to read and edit. Here is an example of greater than. In either case, the indentation will be ignored. You will use these features at some point of time. If so much of theory is too much for you, don't worry. Once you start writing playbooks, these concepts will grow on you. Let's take up this assignment of creating a playbook that performs following tasks on node A. Installs VSFTPD server, starts VSFTPD service, also performs following tasks on node B. Installs Apache server, creates an index HTML page with following content and starts Apache service. As I said in my previous post on Ansible, biggest challenge of writing YAML code is keeping the indentation in order. A .vimrc in your home directory would be of great help. The content of .vimrc is as under. Once you start writing a playbook, you will understand its utility. Let's get started. To begin with, I am in playbook directory of my home directory. Directory contains two files, hosts and ansible.cfg. Content of the hosts file is here and also the ansible.cfg file content is here. These two files I have already created in my previous presentation. Let's start typing our playbook mytask.yaml. Every playbook should start with a list name. In name, specify what this play will do on the manage node. Dash space name colon type this. In front of name, I'll be typing configure FTP server, then press enter. You'll notice cursor is at the beginning of the next line. Press tab, cursor will move forward by 2 space. This is due to the .vmrc file in your home directory where ts equals to 2 is specified. Your cursor should be precisely here, not even one alphabet before, else all hell will break loose. YAML is easy, but it is very demanding about indentation. .vmrc file helps mitigating this to a great extent. Type hosts colon space then node A. This specifies all subsequent plays or tasks will run on node A. Now type remote underscore user colon space vagrant. All subsequent command on the remote system will be executed as vagrant user. Passwordless sudo for vagrant is already configured in node A. That way in all my nodes. Next type become colon true. Again, this line should also be at the same level of indentation as the previous line. Press enter. Notice the cursor has come to the same level of indentation as the previous line. This instructs Ansible to execute the task as root and privilege will be escalated using sudo. It is the default privilege escalation method of Ansible. Next type task, then colon space and press enter. This line should start just below the T of task. Type dash name colon install vsftpd server. In front of name, we mention what this particular task will do. This is a task. Each task should start with a dash. Press enter, then tab. Notice that the cursor is just below n of name. Type yum colon. You'll use the yum module of Ansible to install the vsftpd package. If you are not sure how to use the yum module, you can use the Ansible doc in another terminal just like this. Ansible-doc space yum. Go to the example section, see the code and type it on the Playbook terminal. The two lines after yum are parameters of yum module and parameters are always indented by two spaces. The two parameters are name colon which package to be installed. Here it is vsftpd and next state colon latest. Our next task is to start vsftpd server. Previously I was here. I'll press enter, press home. That will take my cursor to the beginning of the line. I'll press tab. It will precisely bring to the place where the cursor is expected to be. Here I'll put the name of the task, name colon then space, then starts vsftpd service and then the parameters. I'll be using service module. I have pressed enter. The cursor has come precisely under the dash. I'll press tab. It will take the cursor to two space. Here I'll be typing service, then colon, press enter. Next, I need to pass on the parameters to the service module and it should be indented by two space. If I press tab, my cursor will precisely go to the place where it should be. Service takes the parameter name. What is the name of the service? Name of the service is vsftpd. Status, what should be the state? Again, if you are not comfortable about these modules, you can always go to the other terminal and open this Ansible doc, then service and go to the example section just by typing slash then exam, press enter. Here is the example section. So you see, service takes two parameters, name, state, and enabled. Here you can see enabled. Okay, so we are going to type that name vsftpd, then state that should be started, and then enabled colon true. Done. Next, we need to create one more task, and it performs following tasks on node B: installs Apache server, creates index.html, and starts Apache service. Now, to create one more play, you need to start one more play from the beginning of the line, just like this. Open a new line, place the home at the beginning of the line, press dash, then put a name of the play, configure Apache HTTPD service. Next, because it's a new task, you need to specify on which hosts this one will run. Press enter, then press tab. It will come just below in of name, type hosts, and then type the name of the host. This one is going to be installed on node B, and then as usual, vagrant and become and task, these things are likely to be same on both the nodes. I am going to copy these lines from here, 3yy, paste it here. My tasks are also likely to be the same because I need to install the Apache HTTPD service and start the service and create a copy. So I can pretty much copy this 9 lines from here. 9yy, paste it here, paste, and then state latest start HTTPD service. You need to do one more task. Press enter, it comes to the next line. I'll press tab, it will precisely brings the cursor to this level, and this is where your cursor should be, below the tasks T. Okay, and now the name of this task is create index.html. Now for doing this, again I am going to press tab because it should come under name. The name of the module should always come under name because it's a subsection of the task. Copy, and copy modules parameters will come on the next line. Press tab. Parameters are always indented by 2 space. The parameters are dest, stands for destination, where you want to install this. It is where www/html then /index.html. We are going to use the content parameter of copy module, which allows us to populate or create the content inside a file. Playbook has 2 plays. The first play is this one, configure HTTPD VSFTPD server. That is the first play. That's why it starts from the beginning of the line here. Then it has one more play here, configure HTTPD service. So this one also starts from the beginning of the line. So each play should start from the beginning of the line. Each task is a subsection of the task, and they should also, this for example, these are the tasks that should also be indented to the T of tasks. Okay, you can see there are others of tasks also here. All these tasks are indented up to the T of tasks. Okay, this is the discipline you need to keep in mind when you type Ansible Playbook. A playbook can have multiple play. A play usually starts from the beginning of a line. Tasks are written under the task sections. A task starts with a dash name colon indented to the T of tasks. Parameters of tasks like yum are indented to 2 spaces. Now let's check the playbook using the command ansible-playbook -C mytask.yaml. -C stands for smoke test or dry run. Oops, it seems some problem in inventory file. Cat hosts, it's node 1 and node 2, but I have typed in the playbook node A and node B. Let me correct these errors in the playbook mytask.yaml. Change node A to node 1, then change node B to node 2. Let me try once more. Ansible-playbook -C mytask.yaml. Package download from repository takes a bit time. Output failed equals to 0 means no error in playbook. Try once more without minus capital C, Ansible Playbook mytask.yaml. It appears all is well. Yellow colored change indicates change has just taken place. If we run the command second time, no yellow in output. This indicates no change has taken place this time as the tasks were applied in the previous run. This session refers to some previous post. Click them here for check. If you have enjoyed this session, please click the like button and subscribe. Click the bell icon for new upload updates. Thanks for watching.